How's it going, everybody? Today, there's something that I'm really very passionate about to talk about, and this could be a little bit preachy to some people, but hey, this is really what I really want to tell to people, so hope some of y'all stick around. Um, we have an issue. We definitely have an issue with the youth, and not only just the youth, but a lot of people as a whole, and that is not being able to accept the journey of not understanding, but then trying to make your way to learn and understand as you go along, right? And I get it, right? I get it. Um, you could be like, what's there to learn? I'm already at the place where I'm at. I like where I am. And I don't need to care about something new right now, because learning means that there's something that needs to be discovered and something needs to be, you could say, a little bit of reading to do. I mean, it doesn't have to be on a literal sense when it comes to reading. There's so many things. Like when you can read it, basically you could psychoanalyze, all those stuff, right? And for that, if you don't have an issue, right, I'd say, you're only rejoicing now because there's nothing going on, you know and hear me out. You can only rejoice now because there's nothing going on. But then, what happens after, right? What happens when the inevitable comes out? Are you just gonna, you know stand like a totem pole and feel like nothing's going on? Or you can have, at the very least, some basis of knowledge and do something about it. Now I know. It's rich coming from you, because you don't really read a book. As a matter of fact, I have. I have started reading a book. 12 pages so far, And I know what you're wondering. I've read like more than this, and I'm like, oh, that's a lot. And you know what? All good to you. But you know what? Old me would say, oh, books, that's the first coronavirus for me. I want to step aside from that. But now is different. Now is different because being prideful on something that you've never done, and even though it is very beneficial for you, and the fact that you're actively going away and you even have that feeling, that is a little messed up. And that's just me being really nice. But if I'm unfiltered, that's a problem, and we need to fix that. We have a problem. We definitely have a problem in society, right? Take a look at kids nowadays. Look what they care about. They care about getting very ripped abs, a sophisticated jawline, just so they could pick up chicks. And then when they go to the gym, right, their motivations, and I know this may be a bit controversial. It comes from a negative place. And sometimes when you look at some of these videos, right, they're like, oh, why do you go to the gym? Oh, because she left. Yeah, maybe some are satire. But then let's look at it from a third person. Maybe there's a possibility that some people are dealing with something like that. But what happens when that sadness goes away? What happens when something has now gone from a 180? Oh, you're not in that situation anymore. Oh, you're ripped as hell, and you got what you want, But now what? Now you got your girl. All right, now what? No more gym? What now? What? Oh, you're not gonna come to practices anymore. Oh, you're not gonna hang out with your buds anymore when they were with you. The buds that you always go to at nighttime, be it after training or maybe during a hangout. Now they're like, bye bye. Yeah, I'm not gonna see you again. I'm good now. See, that's the problem. Because it's scattered everywhere. It's scattered everywhere that, oh, this is like, it is as if problems nowadays, there's like A problem, there's a B solution. But what no one realizes There's basically a whole alphabetical method that we can pass by this had we were to ask the questions to people that are way more experienced. Hmm. And look no further. We don't really need. You don't really need me to tell you this. I feel that I'm not right to say this about any single thing. Heck, okay, fine. Throw a relationship, right? Let's throw a relationship real quick, okay? Interacting with one another. How many times have you met a person, right? When you're interacting with them, right? They sound as if like they're the typical stereotype person. How come they always sound like, wait a second, have this person ever talked with another, I don't know, with another guy, with another girl, with another human being? I don't know. Some people are a little bit sensitive nowadays when it comes to gender. But yeah, how come they're like that? Even a simple greeting, they're having a hard time. The answer is simple. They didn't have the knowledge that they should have, and not even the basis, for them to even realize, oh, a mistake happened. It's a problem. It's definitely a problem. There's so many things I could bring up about life where I'm like, huh, we got a lot of work to do. We've got a lot of work to do. But that's good, because at the very least it keeps us active. Now, I'm not trying to glorify negative outcomes, or just just being a contrarian and trying to say that it's good. No, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying, it's because of all of these setbacks. It's because of all of these things that we lack. Sometimes you need some people to capitalize on them. We need to capitalize on them. And now, think about, how this came to be. Why? No one likes to ask that question. Hey man, I don't want to ask this question. It's too personal for me. Then you're not gonna get the answer, buddy. I'm sorry. You're not asking the questions. You're not gonna get the answer. It's simple as that. I want to leave off with this quote. There's a saying, be the student of life. What does that mean? It's very general, and it's actually a little too vague to be exact. But what that means is that every step of the way, you're learning. You're learning what you did wrong. You're improving what you did right, and you want to discover something new. That is what we should be. And as a matter of fact, that is how it always has been. That is how it always has been. Just us learning as we go along. People back in the days, they didn't have guns. People back in the days, they didn't have the tools that we have now to build all of these great, not sky tree. What do you call this? Skyscrapers. You don't. We just make do with what we got. We make huts, make urds, like the Mongols. We make do with what we got, But then does that limit us? No. That's where creativity comes in. Not all ideas are good, but then not all of them are bad either. Is the reason why all of them are not bad. We're good as what we are now. It's okay. It's okay to make these silly mistakes. Now, I'm not saying to go out there, make the problems. No, be calculated. Again, be a student of life, right? Now, just as the existence of a student, you need to also realize the existence of a teacher. Pick the right teachers, right? And I get it. How can I know, right? This guy, this girl, the circle sounds very confident. Confidence doesn't equal good, right? Just like what I'm saying right now. There's probably stuff that I missed out. I don't listen to you then. Sure. But if there's anything that is outside from me, now find a suitable teacher that's able to tell you that, hey, this is how it should be. This is how it is, right? Parents are a good example. Good parents, right? If let's just say you have a little bit of a oof parents. By oof I mean like, they're probably not that social. Then okay, then find like a lecturer, or just know that their credentials are good. If they look good and they just sound confident, it's just not gonna equal the same. Yeah, sure. Yeah. They're talking. Oh yeah, they're banging. Ooh, and they're eye candy as well. Magnificent, right? But then when it's unapplicable, that's garbage at the end of the day. Let's be frank. Just as how we need to be students of life, there are teachers within that life that are ready to share that wisdom, those knowledge. And teachers are not going to come at you. The students need to seek the knowledge. Only then, you'll learn a thing or two. That is for me today. I really want to talk about this because I'm fearful. I'm fearful for what's to come, and I don't want where I didn't have a time where I can tell people that this is X. You gotta be aware of Y. I need that to happen. And if someone's asking me, oh, you're being awfully moral. You're just trying to be. You're pointing the good boy gun. Trust me, I'm a jerk. I wouldn't be telling all of this if I'm perfect. Because if I was perfect, anything I say, all of you should listen on the fly. But truth be told, that's not going on. Which is what I'm telling you. Don't resort to just me. There's much more people that are better suited to this, so go at them. If it means, for the greater good, right? For improving, for just being like a pure student, then that's just all the better. That's in it for me. Yeah. Keep learning.